But at the end of the day, the advertiser is really driving this. They're the ones with the money, and they're the ones saying we need to do better.
Hello, it's Omar Oakes, editor of The Media Leader. Who is The Media Leader? We write about advertising, media, and everything in between. And today we're here to talk about a very important part of the media, which is television. Younger people, that is the box that is in your parents' living room. Now, if you work in advertising, you will have heard this quote repeatedly. Half of the money I spend on advertising is wasted. The trouble is, I don't know which half. It basically sums up what the 20th century has been like when it comes to TV ads and audience measurement, which is that we know TV works. It works really well if you're a big brand campaign trying to get your message out there to a big audience, but you can't instantly measure how effective and how widely your message is being received. Now we have the internet. Kids, you will have heard of the internet, and more TV has been streamed online nowadays, and that is obviously set to continue. Does that mean that all the instant advertising feedback that we're able to get from online advertising is coming to TV? Of course, the answer is yes. There is now the potential for instant measurement of what we call connected TV. The question is, who's doing the measuring and what are they going to measure? In the UK, since the early 80s, we've had an organisation called BARB, which is jointly paid for by the TV companies, who does third-party independent measurement of TV audiences and advertising, and that's worked very well. In the UK, we've got a number of initiatives that have been forming in order to measure TV on online and offline together without duplicating the same audiences. ITV, Channel 4 and Sky have got together to launch a joint venture in the UK called C-Flight, in which advertisers will be able to measure TV advertising across offline and online without duplicating audiences. The trade body for advertisers in the UK, ISBA, actually wants to go further than that and develop a project called Origin, which is going to measure all media, they say, across all channels: digital, online, TV, audio, outdoor, digital, you name it. There's a lot of media out there. So now the advertising and media industry needs to decide who's going to be doing the measurement, what exactly is going to be measured, and what is going to be the governance behind that measurement, who's going to enforce that they all play by the rules. To help us answer this question, my colleague Ella Sagar, reporter at The Media Leader, spoke to Joe Kinsella, who is president at TVSquared by Innovid, the connected TV measurement company. Ella and Joe spoke about what initiatives there are, what's happening behind the scenes, and what advertisers are demanding when it comes to measurement on TV.
You were mentioning advertisers being more demanding with what they want from measurement. More measurement, more instantly. Where do you think we are on this journey of maybe getting TV measurement up to digital kind of levels?
It's been a crazy journey. I would say that there's been more change in the last 3 to 5 years than probably in the last 30 to 50. So we're making really good progress, and long may it continue. Advertisers want powerful cross-platform analytics that surface very frequent, if not real-time insights that they need to make strategic decisions for reaching and engaging audiences. I think, what we've seen is the industry has become very fragmented, but it's also changed everything from how we find and reach a particular audience across so many different platforms. I mean, so many in the UK, and certainly when we look at this from a global perspective, essentially what they want is they want to be able to leverage new enterprise technology for scale. They want personalization, they want the creative included, and they want transparent real-time measurement. And they want the attribution piece as well. So they want to know, okay, well, who did I reach? How many households? What was my incremental reach? But actually, did somebody take an action? And I think there's a lot of exciting initiatives happening to bring standardization to the areas of media measurement, but advertisers are leaning really heavily into consistent counting, real-time metrics, all in a single unified view, and all advertising and all audiences. And so there's all these different standard bodies that are trying to bring together advertisers, online platforms and broadcasters to get this done. But at the end of the day, the advertiser is really driving this. They're the ones with the money, and they're the ones saying we need to do better.
Yeah, and broadly, I guess Origin's got a few different proposals, including an ad levy, so that it will be funded that way. I just wondered what you thought of those sorts of proposals, of what Origin as a whole.
Any initiative that brings together players across the buy and the sell side to standardize measurement and better align cross-platform TV is good, right? So kind of thumbs up for doing that. I think the collaboration that Origin is promoting and the conversations that are ongoing in market, again, drives positivity. It's a really good thing, and it represents where converged TV is going in terms of transparency, accountability, and ultimately proof of performance. Obviously, there's been a ton of conversations in the US about legacy technology no longer serving the purpose of what's needed. And I think the same is true in the UK. And that's why Origin, is getting the attention that it deserves.
Yeah, I think also talking about what cross-media measurement is there at the moment, we obviously have C-Flight, which recently launched in the UK as well. What do you think are the biggest challenges for those kinds of, C-Flight for and for Origin in terms of, potential? Where do you think what the future is for those?
I think it's positive for the industry that this collaboration and these types of conversations are ongoing. Ultimately, I believe that the advertiser is in charge here, and the advertiser is demanding more. And in order to fulfill the needs of the advertiser, we need global enterprise scale software that can support the scale that these advertisers need, whether it's across CTV, BVOD, AVOD, like whatever it is, pick an acronym, and plus linear, plus digital video. And we have to be able to service that up in an always on platform that's accessible no matter what country you are in the world. And let's not let perfect get in the way of good, right? There are some countries that don't necessarily have a deterministic data set, or there's not a specific identity matching program. You know what? It's okay. Let the advertiser decide. And back to my point, once they see the data, they can then make truly informed decisions about where they should be spending their money. So whether it's C-Flight, whether it's IAB, whether it's Origin, whether it's the WFA, I think what we need to do is agree on a set of standards. I would love to see a global standard. I don't think we're going to get one of those. I think TV is bought and sold too differently in the UK and Europe and the rest of the world versus the US. But for right now, let's just keep encouraging the collaboration. That's the most important thing here. If we can put our past to one side and say, it would be such a shame for digital, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, to take all of our TV dollars when we have something here that can actually prove the value of TV in as close to real time as I think we're going to get it. That's what we should be focused on.